Hey guys, Redneck. So, my principles of thriving in the modern world. How could I have ever come up with such a list? Well, I kind of started off like most preppers, I should probably be prepared for all of the stuff and the things, and so I need a bag. So let me get a bag and put a bunch of stuff in there, and about the first time I actually sat down to inventory this thing, it was like, yeah, how convenient. I have 15 ways to start a fire. I've got ammo for guns that I don't carry on a regular basis. This thing weighs about 50 pounds. It's not really all that practical. I need to kind of do a reevaluation on this. So it kind of took a step back and came up with a list and made everything a little more practical. And of course I revised that list, and then I revised it again, and then again, and again, and again. So eventually over time, I kind of found myself kind of drifting back to the way that my grandparents did things, because, they learned from their grandparents and they learned from their grandparents. So stuff was passed down from generation to generation, so it must have worked. And finally, with the chaos that's been my life since I took my current job, I kind of knew on the back of my brain I needed to kind of sit down and reevaluate things. And kind of the catalyst to get me to do so was I listened to an episode of the Survival Podcast with Jack Spirko, and he was doing an interview with Nicole Sauce from Living Free in Tennessee, who happens to be a friend of mine. I made it about a third of the way through that podcast before I was like, I seriously gotta sit down and do some reevaluating on some stuff. And I wound up talking to Nicole later on that night and was just like, I hate you. I really hate you right now because I gotta reevaluate everything. And over the course of talking to her, I kind of started to realize that there were certain principles that I had applied to my life, whether at the time I realized that they were a thing or not. But it was stuff that I had applied to my life, and it's kind of shaped the way that I prepare, not just in my bug out bag, but just in general with the stuff that I have and the way that I run my finances and everything else. So I actually sat down and typed up a list. So I'll probably do like a series of individual videos on this, on each principle one by one, but to kind of give you a rundown of what the list is. Number 1, you're an individual. Act like it. Number 2, less thinking, more doing. Kind of had to apply that one today. Number 3, care for yourself, your family, and others. Number 4, develop a community of people, like my friend Nicole, who today would have told me to apply principle number 2. Number 5, ethics. Basically, don't be a dick. Number 6, responsible practices. Number 7, financial freedom. Number 8, if you're prepared for today, what happens next week won't affect you nearly as badly. Number 9, make your assets work for you. Number 10, anticipate the future and adapt to it. Don't resist it. Number 11, decisions should be based on a balance of logic and emotions. So that's my list. Like I said, I'll do probably a series of videos on that, and then I'll probably do like a summary at the end of some of the things that I've seen in my own life, you know, as to how this applies. But until then, bye.